about my very, very requested and long awaited weight loss journey. It's taken me some time to do this story time because it is a very, I would say, emotional story for me. It is a very happy story though. Even though it is emotional, it is a very happy story. It is very inspiring and self-motivational for me. So before we get started with this story time, guess what I'm gonna ask you to do, guys? Guess. You got it. Yes, I am going to ask you to remember to turn that notification bell on. If you already subscribed, turn that notification bell on so that way you are informing YouTube that you are interested in my videos. That way YouTube notifies you when I upload a new video. And then for those of you that are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Tell me, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. And while you're at it, turn on that bell so you get notified when I upload a new video. Like really, what are you waiting for? And of course, guys, please don't forget to give me those thumbs up. That helps me tremendously. And as I always tell you, those love notes mean the world to me, so don't forget to leave those love notes in the comments. Alright, my loves, let's move on to this very inspiring, motivational story time. Alright, guys, I've always been a very confident, self-secure woman, female. I've always been very confident. Don't confuse stuck up or cocky with confidence and high self-esteem. Please don't get it twisted, guys. I am far from it. I am very humble. Don't get those two things twisted. I am far from that. I am the most down-to-earth, humblest person you'll ever meet. But I've always been very confident in myself, in my personality, in my feelings, in my heart. I believe very strongly in who I am. Anyway, so okay, let me back up a little bit. Alright. I don't even know where to start, to be honest with you guys, because there's so much to be said. Okay, let me start by saying all my life, as far as I can remember, I've never been skinny. I was never skinny, but I was never so heavy as I was about, I would say, 4 years ago. Okay, but all my life, my entire life of being overweight, I heard, wow, Jackie, you are so pretty. Oh my God, Jackie, you have such a beautiful face. If you lost some weight, you would look incredible. Oh my God, Jackie, you are gorgeous. If you lost weight, forget it, girl, you'd be Miss Universe. You could go for Miss Universe. I mean, I've heard that my entire life since I was overweight, which I've been overweight pretty much my entire life, just not morbidly obese like up until I would say 4 or 5 years ago. Okay, so I always heard that, and because I was always so confident, like I just explained, it never really fazed me. It never really bothered me. I'd be like, oh, thank you. Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I need to get it together, and I need to lose weight. But I always loved myself. I would look at myself in the mirror, and yeah, I'm like, man, yeah, I should lose some weight. And but it never really bothered me, you know. I never had a problem getting a man, just saying. I never had a problem finding a man, having a boyfriend. I was never a one night stand type of girl. You know how they say that big girls tend to be easy because they have to settle, or because they, you know. No, I always had good men in my life. The men that I have history with were decent men, were steady relationships, so that was never an issue for me. Anywho, the point is that being overweight never bothered me or stopped me from being great. Okay, now I had my kids. Okay, I had my kids. As you already know, I'm a mom of 3 girls. My oldest is 14, my middle is 8, and my youngest is 6. Oh my gosh. Okay, and when I had my last one, my baby, my 6-year-old, I decided to get my tubes tied, my tubes litigated. Is that the word? I don't know. The point is, I decided to have surgery so that I don't have any more kids. Okay, I don't want any more kids. I said I don't want any more kids. Well, I feel that after having that surgery, my metabolism went from barely working to completely and utterly non-existent. I drink water. Water would make me gain weight. My metabolism just shut down completely. So what happened? I started gaining weight like by the second, guys. When I tell you, I started gaining weight and gaining weight and gaining weight and gaining weight, like insanely. I gained so much weight that I went up to 360 pounds. I was blessed enough to be tall. I'm a tall girl. I am 5'10". That is still too heavy for my height. No one should be 360 pounds, or almost 361 pounds. No one, unless you're, God knows how tall, but no, let alone a female. No. Anyway, so I started gaining weight. As I started gaining weight, I became heavier. I became more sedentary. I became more like, it was driving me nuts. I became slower, sluggish. I became lazier. It was horrible. That only made it worse. I became lazier and lazier and lazier. So I never had a problem looking at myself in the mirror. I always looked at myself in the mirror and loved myself. But one day, I woke up. My husband had gone to work. I woke up one day. I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, yuck. How can my husband like what he sees? Guys, I honestly and genuinely felt disgusted. I was like, ew. I could not believe that I had a man that was loving me this way. So, being the confident woman that I've always been, and the problems here. And when you start having problems here, and you start seeing yourself without love, now we have a very big problem. Very big problem. Because now I'm not happy. And when you're not happy, no one else around you will ever be happy, nor will you ever make anyone else happy. And I realized that. So, when I felt like that, I said to myself, I can't continue feeling like that. And as time passed, if I felt worse and worse and worse, time passed and I felt worse and worse and worse. So, one day I was watching TV, and I'm a believer in God. I respect everybody's views, but I'm a big believer in God. My life revolves in believing in God, and I believe in God before anything. So I believe that God put this in my path as a sign. I was watching TV, which, by the way, I don't watch TV much. If I'm ever watching something, it's gotta be really, really, really good. And this doctor came up talking about weight loss surgery, which I've heard about in the past. But when he was talking about weight loss surgery and who is the right candidate or the right person for weight loss surgery, guys, I promise you, this man was talking to me. He was talking about me. He was literally talking about me. And it blew my mind. I'm like, this man is talking about me. Like, how the hell? Like everything he said was directed to me. Like, every single thing he described was describing me. So as I listened, I'm thinking, God, is this a sign from you? Open doors, my Lord, open doors, and let me move on with whatever it is you're trying to tell me. Time passed. Oh, and then in that interview or in that report or whatever I was watching, he mentioned that he accepts insurance, medical insurance, which I'm blessed enough to have through my husband's job. So the first thing he said that you should always do is find out if your insurance covers weight loss surgery. So that's the first thing I found out. I called the insurance company and I said, listen, do you guys do this, and that? And sure enough, they said yes. These are the requirements, and this is the things you have to meet. I met everything. You had to have a BMI of over 40, I think it was. I had a BMI of 50 something, 53, 54, I think even 56, I don't remember. So I said, you know what, I can do this. Well, I mentioned it to my husband, and my husband had a big problem with it. He was totally against it. He was like, you are crazy. I do not support your choice, your decision. I think you can, get healthy by exercise and eating healthier, and guys, honestly, even though I was always happy with myself, I was always overweight, but I was always trying to diet. I was always on some freaking kind of diet. People ask me, what diets have you done? No. The question is, what diet have I not done? I've tried everything. I've done everything. I promise you, Raps. I've done everything. Gym. I've done everything you can think of. I promise. And everything worked. Everything worked. Up until I stopped doing whatever I was doing. And then I gained the freaking weight back. Probably double, if not more. So the reason why that wasn't working is because this wasn't changing. I was just doing the stuff I was required to do, but this wasn't changing. Anyway, so my husband was totally against it. I was unhappy. I was miserable. And so everybody around me was miserable because I was miserable. So I said, you know what? One day I said, you know what? I'm going to move forward with my decision, regardless of who thinks what. My parents weren't too happy with my decision either, guys. By the way, I'm drinking a keto drink. I forgot to mention. And how do you guys like my cup? It's a mom cup that my daughters made for me last year for Mother's Day. Isn't it adorable? This keto drink consists of what is it? Vodka and St. Croix flavored like seltzer water. I started a Fat to Fit beauty channel. I'm going to leave that channel's link down below. I've already started the channel. I haven't uploaded anything yet though. But the channel is there. It's been almost a year that I already did it. So if you're interested, because I'm going to start sharing a lot of everything that's related to my weight loss and my maintenance on that channel. And it's Fat to Fit Beauty, but because it's so new or barely, I have nothing, no content on there. It might be a little difficult for you to find it under the name. So I'll leave the link on the description bar. So click on the link and subscribe to the channel, because very soon I have older content already for the channel. It's just I haven't uploaded it yet. So subscribe to the channel if you're interested in anything that's related to everything of my weight loss journey, because I have videos, I have everything, and everything that I do to lose weight and maintain my weight. It's been 3 years, guys. It's been 3 years. Anyway, let's move on to the story. Let me just take a sip because Mama's getting a little dry, you know. Anyway, so I said I made my decision. I said I'm going to do this, whether I'm willing to risk everything. My parents weren't too fond of the idea. My dad was the only one that would tell me, you know what, Jackie, you know, like, I get it that your husband tells you that you can do it with exercise and dieting and all that, but your amount of overweight is massive. I was almost 200 pounds overweight. Like, my deal wasn't 60, 50, 60 pounds. My deal was almost 200 pounds. It was not impossible, but it was going to be very, very hard. And it wasn't like I had never done anything not to lose the weight, So he was the only one that would tell me, I think that's going to be the only way that you're going to be able to lose some weight. But he wouldn't say, yeah, go for it. I think you should go for it. He would just tell me that. My mom, on the other hand, she'd be like, no, don't even think about it. You're a mom. You are going to, leave those girls. You're going to die. And I'd be like, Mom, if I continue to be this big, I'm going to die very soon. What 360 pounds is what I would tell her. She'd be like, well, you need to start thinking more serious about your life. Stop thinking about surgeries, blah, blah, blah. So I just stopped conversating with her. I'd be like, okay, Mom, fine. But in my mind, I'd be like, you know what? No one understands and feels how I feel. No one understands what it's like to get up in the morning and feel like I went through hell and trucks ran over me and they flipped me, and you have no idea. My heels were hurt, my knees would hurt, my arms were hurt, my thighs were hurt, my hips were hurt. I would hurt. Okay, I would hurt all over. It came to a point, and this is probably TMI, it came to a point where my husband would look for me to get intimate, and I'd be like, how the hell does this man want me? Again, this is very dangerous. I'd be like, how the hell does this man want me? I look horrible. How can he want me? And I'd be like, stop, I want to go to sleep. Or like, I do whatever it takes to like avoid, because I'd be like ill, so because no one understood how that felt, I said to myself, I must do something. I cannot continue. And then besides all that, what mattered the most to me, guys, this is the part. This is the part that gets me the most emotional. Because for those of you that are moms, you know that our kids are everything. And for me, my kids are my life. They're the air that I breathe. They're the light that I see. And getting up in the morning and feeling so lazy on a Saturday morning, and them telling me, Mom, let's go to the park, or Mom, let's do this, or Mom, let's go play, or Mom, and me feeling so heavy and lazy and not wanting to do everything with them just broke my heart. And when I think about those things, that's when it gets to me. That's when I get so emotional, because to me, I was failing as a mom. I don't try to be a perfect mom, but those are minimal things that you do for your kids. Play with your kids, take them to the park, do little things with them, do some kind of activity. I wouldn't do anything with them because I was like so lazy. I was so sedentary. I was so like blah. I didn't want to do anything. So that's when I would say, like, no one understands that. I don't care what anyone says. I'm gonna go for it. And if this is meant for me, no one and nothing is going to stop me. I proceeded to find out what I had to do. I proceeded to find a doctor, and I actually went to the doctor that I saw on TV. I proceeded with the steps that I had to take to move on with the process. I did everything, guys. I did everything. One day, I told my husband, I said, listen, I love you with all my heart. We've been together for this long. You're a great man. And I feel like I'm failing as a wife and as a mother. And I don't want to feel this way. I want to be the best that I can be for you guys. I want to feel the best for you guys. And I've decided that this is the best thing for me. And I'm going to do this whether you like it or not. And I'm saying this with all respect. So I'm asking you to support me, please. But I'm going to do this no matter what. So I said I would really appreciate if you could support me in this, but I just want to let you know that I've made up my mind, and I'm gonna move forward with this no matter what. Anyway, so you realize that I really wanted to do this for our family, for me and for my family, and he had no choice appearance. It's in your hands to do something about it. Your hands, not anyone else's, guys. Not anyone else's. Now, if you're underage, be patient and do things little by little. Do things little by little. It didn't take you months to become overweight. It didn't take me months to become obese or morbidly obese. It took me years. So it has taken me years to get to where I am now. And I'm still not at my goal weight, but I'm like maybe 15 pounds away. So I am extremely happy. Guys, I'm going to leave this story time at this point for now. There's a lot more I can share in reference to my weight loss, but again, I've created my Fat to Fit Beauty YouTube channel. If you're interested in all of my weight loss journey, and when I say weight loss, it's not just weight loss, it's everything I've done from day one up until now. Subscribe. I'll leave the link down below because this channel is more like ASMR. But I will share my stuff here too, just not as in depth like I will there. I will share all my tips and tricks because, guys, I'm on 3 years. I'm still losing weight and I've maintained my weight loss. So don't forget to subscribe to that channel. Alright, my loves. As always, thank you so much for being here up until this point with me. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to stay blessed. Don't forget to stay beautiful. Don't forget to stay glamorous. But most importantly, don't forget to be kind. Don't ever forget to be kind or to stay kind. It is absolutely priceless.